Hey everybody, Corey with Rooster Harley-Davidson again. It's about the time of the year we're going to start getting our bikes out of winter storage. There's a few things you want to check over before you take that bike for the first ride to make sure that nothing has sprung a leak, deteriorated, anything over the winter time. Basically make sure it's safe for you. Number one is to check your tires through the winter. Colder temperatures, especially in an unheated garage, you're going to see a loss in tire pressure, and they also will naturally leak down a little bit. So I'm checking the tire pressure on the bike as we get it out of storage. Harley-Davidson's gauge has a really nice readout. It's got a nice flexible hose. The other thing it has is an actual depth measurement with an indicator on the gauge. So once we've made sure the tires are safe for riding, they've got enough air pressure in them, and the tread depth is good enough, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go over and check the engine oil. To do this, we're going to make sure the motorcycle's been running to get the engine oil up to operating temperature. If you just set it in an idle, that could take 10 to 15 minutes. Otherwise, we recommend that you get it outside and go ahead and check over your lights and other things while the bike is idling. At that point in time, you can shut it off and you're ready to check engine oil. Dipstick is generally found on the right side of the motorcycle on the engine case. Certain models, it could be exposed up on the right side cover, depending if you're riding Softail, Sportster. Touring and Dyna models will be right in this location. Make sure that it is tested hot. Our dipsticks have a checkered pattern on them. Now this oil doesn't look milky. It's a nice light caramel brown. It's a good color, and it's just pretty clean oil, pretty fresh oil. We recommend that you change the oil before you park the bike in the winter, and you do not start it during the winter time, as bringing heat and then cooling, you're going to have condensation build up, adds water to your oil. Once we check the oil level is proper, oil's clean, we can put the dipstick back in there, and we can double check all of the electronics. Once we've got the engine oil checked, we're going to move on to electronics. Turn your ignition switch on your motorcycle and go ahead and press each turn signal button, your high and low light beam button, and check your passing lamps if your bike's equipped with them. We'll start with the right turn signal. You come to the back of the bike and verify that you have your right turn signal operating. Back up to the front, and it's operating up here. We can move on to the left side. Everything looks good on the front and also on the back. Checking the brake lights helps to have another person with you, or if you can back your motorcycle up to the garage door, something's to reflect the light. You want to check on both the front brake lever, which I can see is working, and the rear brake lever, which is also working. So we know our brake light switches are working. High and low beams, we can check if you have something in front of your bike. You can go ahead and look at it there. We've got the high beam working, and then our passing lanes, we got those on and off. Now that we've checked the electronics, the oil, the tires, make sure your motorcycle is good and full of fresh fuel, and go ahead and have some fun. Remember, springtime riding, there's a lot of things that are on the road yet from the wintertime, sand, debris, and also if you're riding really early in the season, remember cars aren't used to the motorcycles yet, so ride defensively, be safe, and have fun.